Usually what I suggest when paper piecing is, I always say print out 3 copies of your pattern, 1 to sew with, 1 to follow as your roadmap, and 1 where you can actually cut out all your pieces and then use that to cut your fabric out with. But I'm lazy, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, and I don't really like cutting out all those pieces and then losing them, and So this is how I usually cut my fabric. A lot fewer steps. Always lay your fabric face down and put your pattern face up on top when you're going to cut your fabric. Because when you're paper piecing, yes, you're sewing on your pattern, but you're working your fabric on the back. So you always sew your fabric face down, as in the opposite direction of your pattern. Now, I'm going to cut out this number 4 piece here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my pattern so that it's about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of the fabric. So this is going to be my new seam allowance here. So this is this seam, it's right here. And then I'm going to take a peek on the top edge, and I'm going to fold right here and line up this edge about 1/4 of an inch away from there. Okay, great. So this is cut, and that's pretty much cut. We got to cut this edge. So I'm going to fold along there, and that's what I need to cut. And I think before I do that, I'm going to just tack down my piece so it doesn't shift on me. Ow. Maybe I'll stick one down here too. Okay, so here we go. Fold it over, and I'm just going to. Here we go. That one's done. Now let's do this side. Okay, that one's, oh, that's not quite folded on the line. There we go. And we cut about 1/4 inch. And then I need to do this one here. Cut there too. Okay. Now we're going to cut this edge. I'm just going to fold on that line. Maybe I need to come down just a hair longer. Usually I do this with my rotary cutter actually, but it's just easier to show you on my desk. So there we go. Now we have a pattern piece that fits exactly our pattern. And when you're sewing and checking, I don't know, can you see that in the light? You can see the fabric in behind your pattern, and you can see here that, yep, it actually gives me a nice 1/4 inch seam allowance all around that pattern piece, number 4 there. Okay, so that's number 4. But okay, that's well and good, but what about all those stupid, weird, odd, uneven triangles? And those are usually cause for drinking. So, okay, what I do when I want to cut those out, this is my background piece. Again, I'm going to put it face down on the table and take my pattern piece. I'm going to find a nice corner because this is a good right angle there. And I'm going to line it up, if you can see that. Line it up so that this edge is about 1/4 inch away. And then I'm going to fold along that top edge. Yeah, that's about 1/4 inch away. Let me tack you down. And then I'm going to fold this edge here. 1/4, there we go. And then I'm going to cut that side. About 1/4 inch. And there we go. See? Now I have my piece cut exactly, and if I hold it up to the light, you can see that it fits that corner just lovely. And it always helps to have actually the right pieces cut exactly in the same dimension as your pattern piece. Because if you don't, and you sew it, and then it's too small or something, that is just such a pain in the butt. So there you go. That's how I cut out my pattern pieces.